Well, hey everybody, it's Sandy, and welcome back to my channel dedicated to helping you advocate for your own health one topic at a time. So today we're finally going to talk about the nose clips to be added to a mask retrofitted. And as some of you guys might know if you've been following my channel, I really like the Sono mask by Sonovia, the antimicrobial zinc nanotechnology. It's real cool and comfortable, and just if you want to check into it, just I'll link some of the videos that I've done below in the description box. But there is a legitimate complaint about it, which is that it does lack the nose clip. Now, Sonovia has been saying for some time that they are going to come out with a nose clip, and they're even going to offer one to be retrofitted to their masks, but at least up to this point, it's not here. So turns out there's plenty of these little things on the market that people have started to put out there to meet this need. And I'm going to be reviewing hopefully two of them. I've only received one item at this point, so I'm going to talk today about that one. But hopefully I'll be able to get a few different things to try for you. Now I will also weave in, I have a few more comments about this newer style of the Sonovia mask, which I recently reviewed. The long and the short of it is I like it even better than I was saying I liked it before. Yeah, so as far as the nose clips, the first one I started out with was just this plain aluminum one. It comes 100 strips in this little Ziploc bag, and this is under $9. I will link the one that I bought below in the description box, but if that one's not available, there were just plenty to choose from. I've got these started off camera because sometimes it's a little hard to peel, to get that end to peel, but basically you peel off this 3M paper, you've got some sticky side of the aluminum, and that gets stuck to the mask, and it seems really straightforward, but actually it's not. I found that there are a couple of tricks to be mindful of when you're affixing it to the mask so that you still get a good seal between this thing and the mask. And then the other thing I'll talk about is that this is, if you're interested in this kind of a mask, if you're using any kind of an antimicrobial textile on your face, it's because you don't want a biohazard on your face, but when you add a piece of aluminum to it, you have a biohazard on your face. It's not a non-starter, but it's something that you have to be mindful of, and I'm going to talk about that too. So, yeah, so as far as the Sonovia, when I did my review on it, I wasn't sure. Top, bottom, it seems like, well, whichever you're comfortable with. And at the time I'd said that I think that it goes with the logo on the left cheek. I have since decided it goes with the logo on the right cheek. I don't think it matters that much. Depending on where you're comfortable is where it should be. This came in the box that still showed the previous style, so I wasn't sure, but now I see is a picture on their website showing the Sonovia logo on the wearer's right cheek, and I do find that I have a little less pressure across my nose when I go to tighten the ear loops to adjust them. So yeah, right cheek. Now, it seems that this is fairly self-explanatory, doesn't it? You just peel off the backing and you stick this to the mask, but it's not so easy. And I'm going to explain why. This aluminum strip is straight and this mask is curved, and that creates the most ridiculous problems. So I'm going to tell you a couple of things to do. First, loosen the ear loops, whatever, if you are using an ear loop mask, loosen them a little bit. So that you have some slack, so that when you go to adjust it, it's not going to change the tension across where you have put the aluminum strip. Okay, so that's the first thing. Now, it would seem that the thing to do is just maybe put this aluminum strip on when the mask is folded. Let me try to show you on camera. And, it'll lie flat. And maybe I'll show this after. The problem with that is once you actually put something inside, like the roundedness of your nose or the added width, you'll find that you didn't have enough slack under this, and it will start to peel away in the center from the mask, and you'll be like adjusting it all day. So I'm going to show that later. But I'm going to show you what I've found to work. Now, since this thing is a biohazard, I don't want it at the very top border. I want a little bit, so like maybe I'm going to put it about like that, so that I've got a little bit of that blue border left. I'd like to have it mostly on the blue just because the mask is thicker there. That's an added layer of fabric. But I definitely don't want it to be all the way to the top. I want this strip to be completely surrounded by antimicrobial textile. Okay, so that said, let me get this peeled off. What I found that works with this mask is to fold it in half with my finger in the middle. So that's sort of like having my nose in there. And then I will affix this aluminum strip just so that it's below the very top of that blue fabric. And if you notice, it's actually still completely surrounded by the blue fabric, which I actually prefer. I can't always get it perfect, but I like that. And then once you do that, you can start to make it conform around the roundness of your finger. Okay, and then once you've got that roundness taken care of, then you can take it out of your finger out of there and just attach the rest using your hands. I hope I got that on. I hope you're able to see that. So now I've got this thing almost completely on the blue fabric and definitely below it. Now I didn't get it quite in the center. I don't care, that doesn't matter that much. Go to put it on, and now I have a little bit of slack to play with it and push it down. I also have some slack to pull on these. If I didn't have that and I went to pull to tighten it, it will start to come apart in the center. So just make sure to have your ear loops a little loose so that you'll have a little bit of slack to go ahead and tighten after you get this aluminum strip on. Now, in case that wasn't clear, I feel like I find ways to explain things better after I'm done with the video. I don't know. So what I was saying before is, if you go ahead and it seems that it would be obvious and easier to just fold this and then put the strip on like that. Like, how hard was that, Sandy? But the problem with that is that once you open it up and you go to make it, well, first of all, it doesn't stick right there. But once you go to make that really conform to your face, you'll find that very often what you get is a little separation right here. I don't know if that's visible. Get a little bit of separation right there when you start trying to manipulate it. So yeah, I found that it works to have my finger inside the middle and make sure that the ear loops have a little bit of slack on them so I can adjust that all down. The important thing is to have the slack so that you can conform it to your nose without it peeling away from the fabric. Now, as far as this being a biohazard, yeah, that's a concern. So these nose pieces, people tend to want to adjust them during the day. If you do have to do that, of course, you're going to want to wash your hands before and after. I would not leave it on the mask overnight. When I'm done with the mask for the day, at $8 for 100 of these, or $9, I pull it off, throw it in the garbage. I certainly wouldn't wash it with that on it, but I would take it off and then leave this thing to sit overnight like I do on my dresser or wherever, and let it do its thing. I did contact Sonovia just in case anybody's interested and asked about the issue of putting something that's adhesive on here every day and peeling it off. They said that's fine, no problem. I showed them a link to the product. They said it's not an issue at all. So I really do like it. I like it. I'm looking forward, however, to the next one. I ordered one that is a medium of copper, which is more antimicrobial just naturally. So I am looking forward to trying that, and I'll let you guys know what I find. In the meantime, I'm liking this ear loop Sonovia mask much better than I thought. I did think of the issue of Sonovia's price point. Some people are still writing to me and complaining about that. First of all, I don't set the prices, but I am still working on trying to get you a couple of mask ideas that are more economical alternatives. It kind of depends what you want to trade off, but I'll have those shortly. And let me know if this was helpful. Let me know if you guys have done anything that works better or some other tricks that you've got. Let me know if you're interested in any particular future content. And until next time, be well. Bye-bye.